And it's time for liftoff. Unlock. Back to our home base. It looks like we're running into a tree, but that's not an issue. Looks like we have a little bit of flight time. The batteries were recharging while we were mining our ice. It just occurred to me we don't have an antenna on our ship, but our ship is large enough we should not have an issue trying to find it, because I know it's just right over here. Yep, there it is. And yes, I did put the reverse thrusters on correctly this time, so we will slow down. Also, I can always just do that to slow down. And it works mighty fine. Alright, there we go. And it looks as though the Sabroids are not around anymore, which is good, because that may give us an opportunity to pick up whatever we dropped, because I know we dropped a lot of components on the ground. There's just littered about, because I am a messy person apparently. Looks as though we even have a wee bit of... Oh yes, that's right. Alright, well, let's fly down. Plenty of fuel in this now that I've let it recharge. And there we go. Locked it. Let's turn off the ship. In fact, we can just turn off the entire ship by doing that. Alright. That is good. Thrust block off. Gyroscopes off. Battery recharge. Let us turn our reactors, make sure those are still on. We'll turn the reactors on. Alright. There we go. Now, it is time to grab that ice. I do have a little bit of ice on me as well, because I decided to mine just a wee bit more off screen, so that would be why that is the case. Hide the empties. Let's grab as much as we can. And that appears to be as much as we can carry. And if everything is hooked up correctly, if I throw in this ice, it will automatically go. Yes, there we go. It automatically went to the oxygen generators. Perfect. Hide the empties once again. And yes, we do have a little bit of ammunition, not much. And we'll throw in what little ice there is left. Alright. Now we're going to look for the, I believe, hydrogen tanks. Yes. Yay! Would you look at that? I think we have some hydrogen now. Good. Good, good, good. But, as I stated before, I believe these Sabroids are leaving us alone right now. Yes, I think that is the case. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Uranium. That must be from my reactor that broke. So, my gun is going to be out in case they decide to show their faces, but I'm going to hop on down. And we're going to grab some of these components that are littered around. Ooh, that's actually a decent amount as well. Got some construction components here. Not many of them, but they're construction components nonetheless. Small steel tubes. Hey, motors! We need those. So, how many? 6? That's not too shabby. Alright, after we do this, we're going to be flying around in our ship once again. But we're going to be on the search with our ore detector for hopefully some silicon, nickel, maybe some cobalt. If we can find uranium, definitely uranium, but usually that's far deeper in the crust of the planet. At least that's from what I understand. I mean, uranium, usually you don't find uranium on the surface. So, we're going to be doing that. Ooh, a computer as well. They're leaving us alone for now. I must have killed enough of those antlions for them to not be bothering us right now. Alright. Anything else? We do have something over here. Looks like some metal grid. And some steel plate. Alright, that's pretty good. kind of curious. I want to check out the crater that we made. I believe the crater is over here. Oh, it's way over there. I'm not going over there. It's too far. Alright. Looking good. Well, I'm going to place these components where they belong. There we go. Let's put them in our container in here. Actually, I might put the uranium, well, I'll put a little bit of the uranium in here. We'll put a good solid 3 of the uranium in here. The rest is going to go in our ship. Alright, perfect. I also do want to make sure that the oxygen generator was actually producing oxygen. So let's take a look. Yep, everything is good. One last thing, I grabbed our hydrogen bottle as it refilled. I just had to set the hydrogen tank to auto refill, which I did not do. Alright, now that we have a full tank of hydrogen, we are going to go exploring with our new ship. See if we can't find some place to mine. Actually, before we do that, let's get a better hand drill because we don't have a proper mining ship at the moment because we don't have the materials to make one. But what we can do to speed up our mining process is to make a better drill. So, production, assembler number 5, we want to make a better hand drill. We need some silver for that. I'm not sure what we can get that has silver, but we can definitely make an... Ooh, actually, we can make an elite one. Can't make a proficient one, but we can make an elite one. So let's make an elite one. Anyhow, an elite one will be better in my opinion. It's probably not just my opinion. I think that just simply will be better. It will be faster, assuming we can find anything that we need, and we do need stuff to mine. And it does look like we have a bunch of rocky outcroppings we can take a look at to find the materials we're looking for. Alright. Actually, before we do that, I needed to put some stuff, some fuel in our reactor. I'm going to put 0.98 in here. Just 0.9 will be fine. We'll put the rest in the other reactor. And yes, I did put another reactor on the other side because it helps speed up the process of charging everything. And we can find uranium on this planet. It's just going to be a little bit harder, and we're probably not going to be able to find uranium with a small ship ore detector because they don't detect as far as a large ship ore detector. So that's something to keep in mind. Toggle that block on. Toggle the guns on because there could be sabroids out where we're going to mine and we want to be protected. Turn the thrust on. Let's unlock. Ooh. What's happening? Oh yes, that's right. Control panel, battery, recharge off. That's why. Ship always tips over when I don't do that. Alright, it was in this direction that I saw some things that I kind of want to take a look at, see if we can't find what we're looking for. We have about half an hour of flight time on this, which is more than adequate. However, I'm more worried about the sun going down. So let's take a look maybe in this canyon over here. We don't want to get going too fast. Otherwise, we'll face plant into the side of the canyon, which... which would make for an interesting experience. Said nobody ever. Alright. Ooh, silicon. Ooh, silicon. I see silicon. Which is something that we need. It's pretty far down there, though. Let us take a look. Ooh. Pretty cool. Let's go down here, and then we'll continue exploring. It is starting to become dusk out. The sun is going down. There's nothing else over here, but we know where we can find silicon, which is something we need for computers, but we also need gold for computers. See if we can't find some other materials. Let's see here. There's some more rocky outcroppings where we generally tend to find stuff. How about over here? Ooh, nickel. Yes, nickel is something that we need. And silicon. Nickel and silicon right next to each other. Don't mind if I do. So I'm going to place this down. Hopefully our drill, well, I know our drill will have, it does have an ore detector on the drill itself, and we'll be able to identify it from 30 meters away. So that is not going to be an issue. We won't have to blindly dig, which is nice. So we can keep our guns on, we can turn the gyroscopes off and the thrust off. We want the guns to protect us while we mine. All right, let's take out. First, we need to equip our new drill, our elite drill. Let's put that in our hands. It's green, and yes, there we go. There's nickel over there, and there's silicon right beneath me. I believe we're gonna go for the nickel first, and it's only going to be 13 meters away. That's actually not too far to dig. So let's get started. Alright, let's take a look at the fruits of our labor. Well, we have a cargo container over here with all of our things that we've mined, as well as some other material in case we want to make some stairways, ladders, and whatnot. We have a bunch of silicon now, which is great. We have a bunch of nickel now, which is great. I actually took a shipment of nickel back to base already. And now with this thing sticking up, we'll be able to find where the ore is located. But that is all well and good, and now we can go back to base, hopefully. Well, not hopefully, we will go back to base, and we will be able to make computers and other things that require, well, whatever it is that we mined. Alright, so I believe we have everything turned on, we do, so let's fly away. So this is where we started mining earlier. I can't find my original mining hole. It's probably around here somewhere, but this was the original mining location. Kind of got lost in the dark for a wee bit. Speaking of getting lost, where are we? If I fly high enough, I'm sure we'll find our ship. There it is. We're not really that far away from our base anyways. Now we just need to see if we can find some other material, possibly gold or silver, cobalt, platinum, that sort of thing. It's going to be harder to find. I might actually consider building a rover, because if I build a rover, we won't have to use so much energy just, flying, because flying does require a significant amount of energy. And I also put some landing lights down there, because in the dark it's really hard to see where we are. And let's fly on down here and refine our material. We might as well. And we probably, if we could, it would be great if we could find some uranium, as I said earlier, because we have around 5 hours. That's it. 5 hours worth of time left on our reactor before our power runs out. So let's turn off gyroscopes. Turn off, well, guns are off, thrust off, lights off. There we go. Actually, battery needs to be turned to recharge as well. Perfect. Maybe if I can make more power cells, I'll be able to put more solar panels down, which will allow us to not have to use the reactor at all, which would be pretty sweet. And with all that silicon that we got, that might just be feasible now, because that's the main component that we needed. Whoops. I'm sorry, I need to be taking stuff, not putting stuff in there. Alright, well. Where did I put that nickel? Yeah, the nickel's already in the refinery. The refinery is turned off right now just to conserve power until daylight. So let's hide the empties. We don't need those. Okay, apparently I already took everything that's in here. Yep, alright. Everything's empty. We got all our silicon. And we have the nickel in there. So it's starting to become daylight. Soon enough. I don't think we're going to run down our battery too far. So let's go in here to... not production, we want the refinery. There we go. Toggle block on. And that will create all sorts of goodies for us down below. And let's bring out our welders, see what we need to finish these batteries. I believe it's just power cells. Yep, just power cells. Power cells and more power cells. And there we go. We can hear the refinery clanking around in the background, so that's good news. Alright. Let's take a look. Let's hide the empties. Where is our refinery? Ah, good, good, good. I wonder, can I actually put the nickel in the arc furnace? I believe that's something we can do. Either that or it's only cobalt. Yeah, we can put nickel in the arc furnace. But it doesn't do anything, because I don't think the arc furnace is turned on. There we go, that's better. Now we're running full steam. Let's grab the silicon, grab the nickel, and let's grab this nickel. The arc furnace is more efficient than the refinery at refining metals, so that's why we're doing that, because it eventually and will save us on the whole energy bank, which we are currently running low on. So assembler number 5. Power cells. How many of those can we make? Hopefully a lot. Yeah, looks like we can make a significant amount. We're going to need a bunch of them, so let's make as many as we can. Yep. We have all of the all of the stuff we need to make many power cells, so that's good. We're going to be able to finish our batteries, and then we're going to be able to start on making a couple more solar panels, which is all good and fantastic. So we need 120. Ouch, that's a lot. Make sure I'm running pretty low on oxygen. Yes, and our oxygen bottle is empty, so let's take care of that right away. Ah, the sun's starting to come up over the horizon very slightly. Kind of see it peeking over there, right where my crosshairs are pointing, so it's going to be daylight soon enough. There we go. We're going to grab our own oxygen tank. Oops, I need to throw that in an oxygen tank, not generator. There we go. Much better. I should just keep them in the oxygen tank, because it really doesn't matter, does it? There we go. Well, let's take a look, see if we have those energy cells made. How many do we have? Only 32. We must have run out of some sort of material. Production. Assembler number 5. Oh, I bet it just ran out of space, which is fantastic. I'm going to make... Well, we need several hundred of them, so we'll do that. Let's take a look at those power cells. I think it probably moved it to the cargo container. Yes. There they are. Oh, they're hiding in Assembler 7. Okay. That's why I couldn't find them. Well, let's finish this one. Probably going to need to run back and grab some more power cells, though. Can probably do that from here. Haha. And then after that, we'll see what it takes to make these solar cells. I believe it's just the same thing as making power cells. Right. Let's grab some of those. Can you continue doing this until we've finished our battery bank? It's always nice to make progress on our projects that we have. Almost finished. There we go, and just one more. With a total of 76 more that we need. I do believe we need power cells themselves for the solar panels, so we'll keep on making them. And we can always make more batteries, and we will need more power cells because we're going to be using batteries for pretty much everything from now on until we find more uranium. Alright, now, I am going to just stop the production for now so we can take a look at what we need for the... Okay, it already stopped it on its own. So what do we need for these solar cells? Just nickel and silicon. Alright, well let's make a metric shit ton of these because unfortunately it's only daylight for half of the day, which means that while it is daylight we need to be getting as much energy as we possibly can. Alright, let's find the refineries, grab that and the arc furnace. Let's grab that and throw those in the assembler. There we go. We are not running out anytime soon. Perfect. Now, let's take a look and see what it takes to make more solar panels. And let's put one on our hotbar. So, it requires construction components, large steel tubes, and computers. The computers we might have a hard time finding. We might have to grind some more of our gyroscopes to get those, because we don't have any gold at the moment, so we have to just salvage for computers right now. Right, well, let's get started. So, let's grab some of these, grab some of these, grab some more of those. Okay, well, I guess too many of those large steel tubes. We only need probably 5, because we are only going to be making... Whoops, I'm sorry. We're only going to be making about 5 more of them for the time being. We're going to be making more in the long term, but right now this will do just fine. Whoops, no wonder. That's why I wasn't able to grab them. Alright, and we need some steel plate as well. And solar cells. We'll grab as many as we can. They're very heavy, unfortunately. And do we have any computers at all right now? I don't believe that we do. Nope. Yep, we are completely out of computers. But let's start laying the foundation for our new solar cells. I think we're going to be placing them kind of off to the side of the ship, so none of the, well, we don't want to clutter up our landing pad with solar cells. We'll probably eventually move that solar cell, but right now it will stay just fine. Alright, so the sun goes like that, which means, ooh, it really does look cool with the planets hanging up there. So I think right here would be a good place to put them. I do have all of the hydrogen I could want, so I'm going to use my jetpack for this. Okay. Put one there, put one there, put one there, put one there, and put one there. Alright. Let's start building. So we need computers and solar cells, and that's about it. I didn't need that steel plate, apparently. Alright. Computers and solar cells. Okay, I did need some steel plate, just not as much. And this should drastically help with our power, and I might actually be able to turn off the reactor completely once I get enough of these going. Alright, so we're going to need to grind away 2 gyroscopes for our computers, because there are 5 gyroscopes in each computer. Or I'm sorry, 5 computers in each gyroscope. My mistake. And we have a need of 10 computers at the moment. Also, I'm probably going to drop off whatever I have in here, because I don't need them. And I don't need those power cells at the moment. Alright. Let's hop on down here and grind away 2 more gyroscopes, which we're getting kind of low on, actually. I suppose I'll grind away the rest of this one. Alright. I'm going to place all the material in here. And then we can access it, because everything still is connected via conveyors. I can just access it at the roof, which is fairly handy. Alright. That'll be good. I'll also... Oop, am I stuck? I am stuck. There we go. Right. Let's get back to the roof. Let's make that solar panel bank. Okay, let's take a look for the computers. Whoops, that's not how you spell it. That is. Also, let's take a look at the assembler. And let's grab as many of those as we can. Making good progress, I would say. Ah, much better. So we need some more, and doing pretty good. I may need to go back for some more oxygen at some point in time, but right now I think we're fine. I would like to make a rover at some point in time, on the, well, a ground rover, because, well, as I've stated earlier, if we have a rover, it doesn't take energy to just, you know, hover in one spot, because, well, gravity does that for you, and wheels don't require energy to exist. Unlike thrusters, we have to keep those on. They require a very large amount of energy. And having a solar-powered jet is kind of hard, because we have to let it recharge for a long time, and it does use uranium at that. But if we had a rover, we could just put a whole bunch of solar panels on it, which, now that we have pretty much an endless supply of nickel and silicon, we can make as many of them as we want. We can make a very, very large solar-powered rover that can rove around looking for the rare materials that we want. So I think that's probably going to be the next thing that we're going to want to do.